Okay. Good morning, everybody. You
Good
welcome.
morning, sir.
You welcome to today's FX review by Trading Pro for London Asian recap and New York forecast. As you all know, Trading Pro is an international multi-award-winning broker with several years of experience, offering several fantastic services. Like swap-free account services, very low spreads on accounts. For those who would like to learn, we also offer physical trainings at our number 2 Allen Avenue, doing roundabout office. And we also offer advanced trainings for advanced students every Wednesday between 8:30 to 9:30 p.m. And we also offer palm and copy trade services for those who would like to earn but don't have time to trade. So that's out of the way. Let's get down to what we have for today. So we're going to start off with the economic calendar. The economic calendar for today is very light, very light. Most of the heavy news has taken place. So we're going to look at what, this is the recording for yesterday's outlook. We're going to look at what New York has, London and Asia has done, and then we'll use it as a recap for New York session. For the 29th of May 2024. So we're going to start brought off to you by Trading Pro, hosted US 100. This is still bullish. We're going to start off with the US 100, dollar index, Euro USD, pound dollar. The US 100 is still bullish. Although we see a little bit of weakness coming in if you drop down to the 1 hour time frame. Because if you remember, during the review at 10 a.m. today, I said if price breaks this low, we are going to have a shift. We're going to have a shift. So let's see what has happened overnight with US 100. Let's go to the 1 hour time frame. As we can see, the weakness is still prevailing on this pair. But like I pointed out, we need to see this low taken out. We need to see this low because that low is serving as a kind of like a range candle, as you can see. So we need to see a close below it. Once we get a close below it, then we can, to an extent, see we have a change in character clearly. Because if you look at this, we have this high, then we have this low. So we need this to close below here. Once this last 1 hour candle, that will be closing at 11. Once it closes below 18,750, then this will become our protected high. Then you're going to have something like this. Then going into New York, what you'll be waiting for going into New York, you'll be waiting for a retracement into this area and a move lower. And if you notice, on the 1 hour, we still have some fair value gaps here that have not been fully mitigated. So we might see a bit of a retracement. Let's look at it on the 15 minutes. So we prefer to see a bit of a retracement to confirm this high as breaking this low. Then you'll be looking for shorts going into New York session. So the next pair we're going to be looking at is the dollar index. So let's see what the dollar index has done. The dollar index, I believe the dollar index is setting up for a corrective move tomorrow. If we look at it on the daily, if you remember the level I talked about, I spoke about this level, that's 104.52. I said if we get a close back above it on the daily basis, that spells that this is a false break and that we are going to see continuation to the upside. Because whenever a high can take out the preceding low and gives a bullish swing, that high is going to become a target. So looking at this tomorrow, if you go to the 4-hour time frame, the possibility exists. It's going to be clear on the 1 hour that we might see a bit of a retracement to this 104.52. You see, fair value gaps there. So let's see what the dollar index has done. Let's see what the dollar index has done on the 1 hour time frame. It didn't drop that much, but I still have a reason for concern here. This high. This high. If this high price can't close above this high within the next 1 hour candle, and what that would mean is that not only will price need to close above it, it also need to close above this high. Then that will signal this low as a strong low. But if that does not happen, this is going to move lower. Doesn't mean it is going to be bearish. No, it just means that you're going to see a steeper retracement and a continuation back to the upside. Because if you notice, there are some fair value gaps here. There are some fair value gaps here that price might need. Okay, there was a gap here. Price dipped into the gap and moved back up. So basically, as long as it stays above this gap, there's a tendency this might still continue to the upside. So going into New York, the dollar index has strength. Any dip should be an opportunity for a long. And if that is the case, you can see the EURUSD. What was the EURUSD's outlook for yesterday night? Showing his own signs. If we start off from the weekly, let's start from the monthly. What it has done is that it has swept the previous month's high. And the monthly is what you call, I can't see because we still have some days to the end of the month. So based on that, we can't see anything on the monthly until the month ends. But it has swept the previous week's high, and this is the weekly candle. If we drop down to the daily, we have a pin bar. And the storyline with pin bars is that price didn't close above any of these levels. So we can just say that price came to 1.0885 and rejected. So that means that any rally on this pair tomorrow is going to be an opportunity for a short. Just like I've pointed out on the 1 hour, I said the break here, retracement, and the move down. So this may still try one more move up before moving back to the downside. So let's see what has happened. Let me put back my order blocking. So it didn't actually get up to this level, but it has closed below 10840. So what we are going to have is we're going to have something like this. Something like this. So with this, the possibility is that you might see a retracement up into this area. With this, the possibility is that you might have a retracement into this area. And after that retracement, then you might see price move back to the downside because we've confirmed this high as a strong high because it has broken this low. So we might see a retracement, then a continuation to the downside. So the next way we're going to look at is GBPUSD. Let's see what GBPUSD outlook was for last night. GBPUSD. The GBPUSD rallied very deeply into the range of the daily. This low to this high, this is the 75% of it. And if you see, that's where price touched. Price did not get to this high at 1.2803. So if we go to the 4-hour time frame, what do we have? The structure on the 4-hour is still looking bullish. But if we drop down to the 1 hour, we start seeing something that looks like a little bit of a weakness. I have a change in character here. So the possibility is that any rally on this might offer an opportunity for a short. So what that means, remember I said that if price rallies and breaks this low, you will not be looking to buy. You'll be looking for price to remove this low. So we'll be waiting for that retracement and they move back to the downside. Gold is still going to try. So let's see what the GU has done. If you look at GU is not doing much. GU is not doing much. Let's see. It moved a little bit deeper into this fair value gap here. As you can see, that's where it has rejected from. So this pair might still drop. I will explain why I believe this pair will still drop when we get to the euro pound. So this pair, any rally on this pair, what you'll be watching is, because this high is now what you call a protected high because it was used to break this low. So any retracement here, you'll be looking for an opportunity for a short. So probably 27.43 first, 27.24 first, then 27.05. So that's the outlook. So the next paper we're going to be looking at is what we had on gold and what gold has done so far. Gold is still going to try to remove this other block here. As you can see, price rallied, dropped into the 50 to 75 and took off. So for this pair might still try to run deep into here before moving to the downside. We don't have a new low yet on the 1 hour still, which points to the fact that we might still see a slight upper move on this pair. Then the next we're going to be looking at is EURGBP. The EURGBP, let me see, I didn't have an extensive explanation on this gold. I thought I did that yesterday night. So if we look at gold, you see gold, because we didn't have a strong close above 23.58, and see that price is retracing. But you should bear in mind one thing, that on the daily, gold is notorious for doing that. On the daily, we have a higher close above the previous day's high. So this might just be a manipulation because I think this might still move up. I have the opinion it might still move up. So if we come down to the 4-hour time frame, what we can see is that this is going to be fully bearish once we get a close below 23.40. So if we go down to the 1 hour, what we'll be waiting for on this 1 hour is a close below this level. So once we get a close, probably these two levels, then this high will then become a protected high. Then what you'll be waiting for is something like this, and they move lower. But for now, the possibility still exists that this might still try a bounce one more time to the upside. So we need to be aware of that. Although it reacted from this daily inverted fair value gap. So let's look at this daily inverted fair value gap. See it here. You see it ran into it and pulled back. So if we look at this now, if you didn't take a shot from this high here, let's go to the 15-minute. Probably if you didn't take a shot from this failure swing, what's a failure swing? When price makes a low and fails to take out the preceding high, most often it goes lower. So if this does not remove 23.40.30, what you'll be waiting for here is something like this, to take you back up. So that's it for gold. So if you've missed this, don't chase it. If this low is not swept before New York, then any rally on this pair, you'll be watching it. So the formation you just be waiting for is, once you see a formation like this, if it sweeps this low, before New York, then wait for something like this. But if it doesn't sweep this low before New York, the possibility exists that any rally might not be long-lived and they may want to sweep these lows because and see we have all those like equal lows here, but we'll be waiting to see. So if we go back to the 1 hour, we'll wait to see what price offers it. Because if they can't close below this low on the 1 hour, they might still move to the upside. 277, 2277. Well, 2277. Well, possibly. Yes. Yes, this should be the target, but it's not going to go down the street. That's what you need to have at the back of your mind. It's not going to go down the street. This is good. So if you're not taking profit as it's providing, you might find yourself giving back some of what you have. If you're not a swing trader, because gold, for you to swing gold, you must have a very deep pocket. Because although this is down, once they just tell you that America has launched an attack on somebody, this is going to fly up. So you must always have that at the back of your mind when you're trading gold. Gold is a safe haven currency and it reacts very violently to negative news. So we just need to be aware of that. So the next we are going to be looking at is euro, pound. Just like I said, remember what I said yesterday? I said, let's look at this. This is going to give this move now that you're looking at EURGBP. The EURGBP is setting up for a bullish run. I have a feeling they might spike this previous week's low and take off. Because if you notice, price on the daily is not closing below any of these levels here. It's not closing below any of these levels. And that points to the fact that you might see a sharp spike and the continuation, a reversal of sorts. So for this pair, we'll go to the 1 hour. You'll be waiting to see if there'll be a retracement and a continuation to the upside on this pair. So the next way we're going to be looking at, so if we look at what it has done so far, this low is the low for last year. That is 84.92 is the low for last year. And that's a significant swing area. So with this playing out, you're going to start looking at GBP weakness. So you need to be very, very much aware of that. So that's the implication of this now. You might be looking at GBP weakness because this is a significant swing. So what that means is that this 1 hour level high, that's where price is going to sweep. These two equal highs, price is going to sweep it. So the next pair we're going to be looking at is the euro, pound yen. Pound yen has gotten to the target. Pound yen has gotten to the target. Let's go to the daily time frame. Hello, can you all still hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
So, has gotten to the target and is pulling back into this daily fair value gap here. So if we go to the 4-hour time frame, there's a sharp spike from that daily fair value gap. We'll go to the 1 hour time frame, there's a sharp spike. So what you'll be watching on this pair is for a close below 215. Once you get, because with euro strength coming in, you're going to see pound weakness. So even though the yen is weak, your best buy against the yen will be euro yen, not pound yen. So this might stall a bit. But what you're going to see on the euro yen is that the euro yen is going to start moving up, provided the yen stays weak. So for this pair, as long as price does not close below 169.97, it's going to continue to the upside. So this is what you have. This is what you have here from this high to this low. And see, it's already hit the equilibrium and is bouncing. So if you look at the 15 minutes, two things here. Let's go to the 5 minutes. Let me get a better view of the 5 minutes. Because I don't trade this pair, but so you'll be waiting for price to come into this area here. If price drops in here, find support, it's going to remove all these highs. Because the euro yen, as long as the yen stays weak, is going to come for 17103 and possibly 17160. Any questions?
Yeah, please go back to gold, please. I think I missed your analysis on gold, the outlook for New York.
Next time, I will not do that. No African time. 10 o'clock is 10 o'clock. Come in early enough. Are we all on the same page?
Yeah,
So,
I'm sorry, but I was here exactly, but I didn't know that my volume was down, so I didn't hear all of those parts. I'm sorry.
so this, I'm waiting to see what to do here. It needs to close below 2430. If it doesn't close below 2430, the possibility exists that this man might still want to run up. It has to close below 2430 because you know what I'm saying? It did not close significantly above 2358. If you notice, you're just weeks rejection because there was a daily inverted fair value gap there.
Was it 2340?
2358. 2358 here.
No, you said you need to close below 2430.
2340, sorry. It needs to close below 2340 to continue to the downside. If not, this might just be a very deep pullback to continue to the upside.
Okay.
So that's what we have on gold. So you
15
need to see.
minutes or what?
You say?
What time frame, please? I'm not seeing, I'm on the phone. My laptop packed up. I don't know what's happening.
Sorry.
I can't see the whole picture.
This is 1 hour.
Is it on 1 hour? Okay.
I need to see 1 hour close below here. I need to see 1 hour close below 2340.
Okay, 1 hour, not 15 minutes. Okay,
No,
okay.
no,
I
no, no. You
understand.
need 1 hour close. When you have that 1 hour close, then this will now be a shift in structure.
Okay. Okay.
Then you're going to see lower prices. Any retracement then will be seen as an opportunity for a short. But if it does not close below here, if it spikes here and closes back in,
that means it's going up again.
it's going to go for 2364.
Okay.
2364 has to break 2340. That's the game plan here.
Okay, if it doesn't break it,
They are
then
going
it
to
will
go
go
back
back
up.
and break the 2364.
It will now come back to challenge 2364.
Okay. Thank
Any
you.
other question? Any other question?
Thank you very much. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Any other
Hello,
question?
sir.
Or any other
Hello,
person? Yes, yes.
Concerning the news,
Mm,
which is the fundamental part of this business, can you enlighten us more so that it will help us understand direction of price
No.
better?
One thing first. The news is like an accelerator of something. If how do I put it now? 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 Okay. Now, if the market is moving on something like a 504, are you with me? You know, there is
Yes,
a
sir.
limit to which 504 will go.
Yes.
Or pick a car, pick any car, pick any car. What car do you use? What car do you use, ma?
I use Ford Explorer.
Okay, Ford Explorer. Now, your Ford Explorer, you are using your Ford Explorer. There's a limit to which it can run fast, Abby. Let's say you're going from here to Ibadan. You can't run that fast. You know you're going to Ibadan. But because you're using a Ford Explorer, you have a controlled speed You get?
Yes.
But the news now is, you know, those vehicles they use in Formula 1.
Yes.
You know, those cars they use for car racing.
Sport
That,
cars.
yes, those sport cars. Can you compare your car with a sports car?
No.
It will take you to that direction. So now, one thing you need to understand when you're looking at your chart is where is price coming from? Where is price likely to go to? Like now, since this man has cleared everybody here, most likely, if you're selling, where would you want your take profits to be? Here. Are you with me?
Yes.
So if news comes out and drives this everywhere, he has met their objective, Abby. If that has been met and they don't have the intention to keep moving down, what is going to happen? To move in the
Go
opposite
back.
direction. Do you get? So the
Yes.
news moves most often. It is very rare before news will reverse a trend in play. You get?
Okay.
They can use news to do two things. Like now, if they intend to keep moving price up, what are they going to look for? If they intend to keep moving price up, what are they going to look for? Who can tell me?
Liquidity.
Buy side liquidity.
No, they are going to look for sell
If
side
they tend to
liquidity.
move the price up, they'll go for sell side first.
They will look for sell side. If they intend to move the price down, what are they going to do?
They'll go for buy side.
Once you just understand that, everything starts to take shape. And if you're ever confused, you can always ask me any question in the group. If you're ever confused, I'm always there. Once you can either send, who is that person now? You can either send me a question or you just call me. You get me?
Okay.
So in any other question or any other anybody want me to look at?
None for now.
Okay, so I wish everybody a beautiful New York session and a lovely day ahead. So thank you all for taking your time to attend.
Thank you, sir.